Hey everyone, welcome back to the Reality Theory podcast. If you've been listening, if you've been subscribing, giving us likes, we really do appreciate it. We've been having a good time. We do want some feedback from you guys. We want you to leave some comments. I think we've gotten two, but it was from family.
Yeah, I think we got three.
Three, yeah. So we really want you guys to, give us your input. If you like us, if you don't like us, either way, we really don't care. We're still going to do what we do. Like I said, we're having a good time doing it, and that's all that matters. We also do have our social media. We have our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go ahead and follow us on there. We have other content as well. We're going to start putting some more stuff up. We've been super busy. We both have two kids, jobs, stuff to take care of. So it's been kind of hard, but we are going to get better, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. And that's all I can really say.
Yeah, it's been great, man. So for this episode, we're going to be talking about the pussification of America.
Pussification.
That's right.
What's that?
Pussification. So
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
a lot of you out there already know what I'm talking about.
Millennials. Ah.
These kids these days, man, they're soft. They're just flat out. They're just soft. They're just a bunch of pussies, basically. Growing up with us, we got dirty, we got hurt, we got in trouble, we just didn't. Our parents didn't hover over us and shield us from every little thing that could possibly happen to us in this world. And I think we all turned out better for it. I grew up, if I did something wrong, I got my ass whooped. That was
Yeah.
normal. And you know what? I didn't do it again because it sucked. So
Or if we fell off our bike and broke a bone, okay, we learned.
yeah,
It's all life lessons, and it made us tougher.
that's how you learn in life. Everybody always tells you that you learn from your mistakes. All of these people want to tell you that, you learn from your mistakes. You learn from your mistakes. Well, guess what? You can't learn if you don't make any mistakes. If you don't get hurt. If you don't screw up. If you don't get in trouble. If you don't go through any of this stuff, how are you supposed to learn? How can you become a well-rounded person if you don't go through
Yeah.
any of this?
I'm 36 and I'm still getting hurt
Every day,
every day.
every day.
At the job, at home.
Yeah.
Some of it is my fault because I'm clumsy and I just don't pay attention. But other times it's a learning experience.
Is she beating you again?
It's another episode. No, my wife is a wonderful woman and she takes care of me.
Yes, she does.
I'm lucky to have her in my life.
Yes.
So no, I haven't been beaten by a woman in a long time. Luckily.
Damn.
Yeah, darn it. No, but yeah, it's honestly, these kids nowadays are just, it's that everyone gets a trophy society.
Yes.
It's like,
It drives me
these
crazy.
kids need to learn, like, if that's the way they're going to grow up, they're going to think, okay, every interview I go to, I'm getting the job. Everything I do, I'm getting exactly what I want. And it's fucking these people up because they're turning into whiny little bitches about it. Well, I didn't get my way, so I'm going to throw a fucking, temper tantrum. You know what? You don't fucking get everything you want.
But you know what? It's not just that they think they're gonna get it. They think that they deserve it.
Well, they think I'm here on this planet. Give me everything.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
I deserve it.
you gotta work for everything you've got.
Right.
Just like everyone has before you and everyone's going to after you. Well, hopefully after you.
I don't know, man. It's not looking that way.
Now with these fucking socialists out there wanting to give everyone everything for free,
yeah,
but it ain't free.
it's just ridiculous. Just because you go to school, you made good grades, and you graduate, doesn't mean that you're automatically going to go out and get the first job that you apply for because you deserve it. So does everybody else that went to school deserved it too. So what makes you any better than them?
Mm-hmm.
Everything should be based on merit. It shouldn't be. Well, you have these situations where companies have quotas on the ethnicity of people that they need to hire. It's not based on merit anymore.
Well, it's the same thing with like the SAT scores now.
It's yes, technically you are better for the job, but I've got to fill this quota, and I need three more of whatever.
And I can't think of what that term is. I can't think of the word. It's gonna piss me off now.
Affirmative action.
There you go. Jesus, I had another brain fart. I have a lot of brain farts.
But all of this all of this equality crap that everybody wants to keep pushing. Oh, well, everything should be equal. We should all pay our fair share, pay our equal share. Everybody should get this. Everybody should get that. This is a right. This is a right. No, you get what you earn, and that's the way that it should be.
And we pay our our
Fair share.
fair share. Oh my gosh, in taxes, and that's enough.
Oh, well,
We're already giving our percentage, and we're already helping everybody else out. We're paying for fucking people's food. We're paying for their health care. People that don't belong in this country, and we're paying for all their shit.
yeah.
And these kids growing up nowadays with, all these, like I said, these socialist Democrats that want to give them everything for free.
Yep.
Think it's going to be a fucking utopia. No, it's going to turn into another Venezuela where we're fighting the government and everything. We're sitting there with sticks and stones while they have all the fucking weapons.
But guess what? The world is not a fair place.
Never has been, never will be.
It will never. This utopian dream that everybody wants to keep buying into, it doesn't exist. It will never exist, because you are always going to have bad people. You're always going to have shitty people. You're going to have people that don't want to work. You have people that do want to work. You're going to have people that want to succeed, and people who don't really give a shit if they succeed or not.
And they'll be willing to live off your money and your sacrifices.
But there are winners
don't wanna
and
make it.
losers. There are winners and losers in life. That's the reality of it.
And in your life you will be a winner and you will be a loser.
Yes.
And it's just, you lost, toughen up, get back out there and fucking figure it out and do it again.
Exactly, but that's not what these parents are teaching these kids these days. They're teaching them that, oh, if you didn't get enough playing time in the game, let mommy go and talk to the coach for you and see if I can get you some more playing time. No, if little Johnny didn't get enough playing time in the game, it's because he sucks and he needs to work harder to get better.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I was,
he's not the best man for the job, so he's not going to get as much playing time.
I was on a little league baseball team. I sucked, and my dad was the coach, and I didn't want to go up there because I knew I sucked.
Yeah.
He tried to give me some playing time, but I didn't blame him for not putting me in. It's like I wanted my team to win, and I didn't give a shit if I was in or not.
No,
I was more of a team player. Okay, if I'm not good, take me out. I went up to bat. I was fucking terrified. I just didn't like it. I mean, I loved playing the game, but I just wasn't good.
yeah,
I was never a really good athlete. I was more into mountain biking and stuff like that, where I didn't have to depend on anyone else or let anyone else down. I can just do my own thing, and that was it.
yeah,
And then, like you said, with these kids nowadays, I got fucking hurt.
yeah.
I broke bones. I rolled down hills. I came home bloody, muddy.
Oh, we did stupid shit. We did really stupid
Oh, yeah.
shit. I mean, I probably shouldn't still be alive today. That's the
There's
kind of
plenty of times
dumb shit that we
there's
did.
plenty of times I'm shocked. I look back and I'm like, wow, I really could have fucked myself up or just killed myself, because I used to put 3 cinder blocks with a piece of plywood and jump it with a banana seat bicycle.
I think all of us did that.
And that was fucking great.
Yeah, we all did it.
With no helmet, no knee pads, no arm pads, and guess what? I fell a few times, but I kept doing it.
Oh, so this one time, so my dad had some kind of mountain bike or road bike or whatever. I don't even remember what it was. When I was a kid, and I wanted to ride it. I had a BMX bike, which I rode BMX growing up and everything, but I wanted to ride my
Same
dad's
here.
bike. So one day my dad was at work. I got home from school. Nobody else was home. So I opened the garage door up, hopped on his bike, and took off down the street. Well, I went to go jump this curb, and little did I know that it had this quick release on the
And
front,
it wasn't tight.
on the front tire, and it was not tight. So I jumped this curb, and as I'm mid-air, I'll never forget it, I'm watching the front tire just roll away, and I'm going, oh shit, this is going to hurt. Forks came down, hit the dirt. I didn't let go of the handlebars, so my arms are behind me. I flew over them, and my chin hit the dirt. It was the first thing that hit.
Oh, yeah.
Bam, hit my chin. It knocked me out cold. Next thing I know, I wake up in my bed because the neighbors saw what happened. I was out cold. They called my mom. So they picked me up, took me inside or whatever, called my mom, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up in my bed. And I couldn't move my jaw for weeks. And I can still, now if I bite down on something hard, I can still feel where it's
You probably fractured something.
fractured or cracked or whatever. It doesn't
you probably
feel
did
good.
something bad to yourself.
But we did stupid shit like that, and I learned from it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Never rode that fucking bike again. You know, and
You
if
wonder why your dad said stay the fuck
yeah,
off it.
and if I was gonna ride it again, you bet your ass I'd check to make sure that thing was tight.
Look, it's back when we were kids. That quick release was a new thing.
Oh, I had no idea about. I mean, but I rode BMX my whole
Well,
life, so
BMX, yeah,
I had
BMX did not have that.
I had no idea what it even was. I didn't even
Yeah.
know to look for it. And I was just, oh, it's a bike. I could ride anything on two wheels. I mean, I rode dirt bikes and bicycles and everything else. I was like,
Oh yeah.
screw it, man. Hop on, take off, go to hit a jump, and didn't work out too well
Nope.
for me.
No, not at all.
But but stuff like that, it helps you to grow as a person if you don't kill yourself. But we all did stupid shit like that, and we
Oh
learned
yeah.
from
I
it.
used to ride the skateboard on my knees down the street, and this one time, I think it was my uncle's wedding we had to go to the next day, and I'm on my knees pushing myself with the skateboard real fast, hit a pebble, my face goes into the concrete.
Yep.
Bloody as hell. My mom was pretty pissed off because we had a wedding to go to. Then I think when we got to that wedding, I remember my uncle gave me and my cousin, we were like ring bearers, and he gave us pocket knives as a gift. What the fuck do I do? First thing when I open it up, slice my hand open, get blood all over my tuxedo.
Oh yeah.
So my face is fucked up, my tuxedo's all full of blood.
Yep.
Yeah, it was memorable, but it was funny. I mean, but
Yep.
Like I said, these kids nowadays, they just, I don't know where I was going with that, but they're just a bunch of pussies. They really are. It's like they just, well, and one of the problems is too, it's all these handheld video games, these phones. I mean, these kids, 8, 9 years old, are having cell phones. They're living through a screen.
Yep.
And when you take them outside, they're afraid of the bugs, they're afraid of dirt, they're afraid to scrape their knee. It's like,
But it's not even that they're afraid of that stuff. It's they don't know how to socialize with people outside of text messaging and IMs and Snapchat and all this shit.
well, they only have school. And
You
most of the time they're in class and they can't be talking.
exactly. So they don't have the same social skills that we had when we were growing up, because
Yeah.
we were always outside, always. I mean, our parents had to drag us back into the house at the end of the night because we wanted to stay out and play. Street lights come on, you need to be back inside. Well, street lights are on and I'm still out in the middle of the street playing football when cars keep coming up and down the road because we didn't want to go inside. We were having too much fun.
Yeah.
So
They used to say, quit watching TV. Now we're telling the kids, get off your fucking computers and your games and watch some TV instead. It's just weird how
yeah,
it went back to start watching some fucking TV for once.
yeah.
Which luckily my son, he's 11, he loves Science Channel, which is it's awesome. I'm like, good, go watch it. It's educational,
It's good.
and
It's
that's pretty much all he watches.
But the thing is, I mean, these kids, we had video games when I was growing up. I mean,
Yeah, but I wasn't on it 24/7.
but what we would do is we would go outside and we'd play till it got dark and then come inside and play on the video games because we weren't allowed to be outside anymore. It was so when we couldn't be outside and we were forced to be inside,
Yeah.
then when we play the video games. But the kids nowadays, it's just the opposite. They're playing video games until you force them to go outside
Or go to bed.
or go to bed, one of the
Yeah.
two. And it's not all kids, but a vast majority of them are like that. And I don't necessarily blame the kids. I blame the parents.
I mean, no, I mean, like I said, I'll be the first to admit I've been at fault for that too. My son's got video game systems, and to me, it's like, okay, he's busy, he's quiet, and I just let him go.
Sure.
And at the same time, it's like by the time we get home at night, I would love to, take him outside on his bike, go ride with him.
But it's dark.
We got no, it's not even that it's dark. It's that I get home until 6:30, got to make dinner, get the house ready, and then we're basically going to bed an hour and a half, 2 hours later,
Yeah.
and then the day's over. And then on the weekends, especially here in Texas, it's so freaking hot outside. It's just brutal. But I mean, I said I'm
Suck
from
it up, Buttercup.
I know, like I said, I'm from New York, so I was not used to this heat.
I mean, 90, 95 degrees outside. That's a normal February, March.
That's like a Christmas.
Day,
That's a Christmas day
yeah.
here.
I mean, but that's my kid played football growing up. I mean, he played from first grade to sixth grade, I think. And I helped coach the team. And Texas football season. I mean, you start practice towards the end of the summer. It's hot out.
Oh yeah, and then plus all that gear, their helmet. Yeah,
I mean, it's hot,
brutal.
So you keep them hydrated and let them go till they puke, and then you hydrate them some more, and you keep going. I mean, but it's good for them. I mean, these kids, they learn social skills. They learn how to act as a team. There are a lot of life lessons that come with sports. And
Oh, of course.
it's good for them. So, we had a lot of kids that were video game kids. That's all they did. That's all they knew. And their parents wanted them. They put them in a sport that the kid probably didn't want to play, but after half a season with us or a full season with us, they loved it and they wanted more. So we got the same kids every year, and
Yeah.
by the end of it, they were good. They loved it. They respected us. I mean, they had a great time. It was better for them all around. I mean, they still got to play their video games. They still got to do
Of
that
course,
other crap.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
they
But they at least got outside and got physical and
Exactly.
had some exercise. I mean, yeah, I was a soccer coach, I think, 2 years in a row, and I don't know shit about soccer.
it doesn't matter.
But I went out there and I had fun. I mean, I think we won one game out of 2 seasons. I mean,
Yeah.
it was the Flying Marshmallows. That's the name they chose, and I'm like,
You're
could have like the
"What fuck is
Wolverines
this?"
or something tough. Flying Marshmallows. I'm like, you guys choose what you want. But it was just, and like I said, there were a couple kids on my team that were, I mean, they were like little professionals out there. But even though our team wasn't good, the kids got out there, they had fun, parents got to socialize, it got us out of the house,
Yeah.
got them off their video games, and I think it was every Saturday,
And then they all got a trophy at the end
trophies and medals and
for
awards for something that
for a 1-win season.
Well, I mean, they would get and at least one kid out of the game would get an award for an achievement. Oh, you were the
You weren't
best
the worst kid.
You had the best attitude. You were the friendliest. You finished your
I
juice
know.
box. It's like, come on. I mean, when I was in school,
But the thing
I
is,
didn't get shit because I sucked. And guess what? I dealt with it,
though,
and I know now I'm not always gonna win.
these kids, they're gonna look back 20 years from now, and when their kids ask them, "Dad, what'd you get that trophy for?" or "Mom, whatever, what'd you get that trophy for?"
Oh, I showed up.
Yeah, what are you gonna tell them? And are you really proud of that trophy? Because the trophies that I have, the few that I have, when my kids ask me about them, oh yeah, this, we won this, or I did
Yeah.
this. I'm proud of those trophies, and I hold them close because I don't have. They mean more because I don't have a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, if we were really good, I'd have a lot, and I would still be proud of them. But the fact is that they all mean something. I accomplished
Oh, of
something.
course, yeah.
I didn't just show up and get a trophy.
Well, at the same time, though, you can accomplish things, and you don't need to be rewarded.
No, you don't.
Just be happy that you actually did something, you accomplished it. I mean, that's all you need. As long as you feel good about what you did.
Right, but
then-
what I'm saying though is
No,
like
I'm
if
saying, yeah,
you
of
get,
course. No, I
if-
mean, if there was a competition like a bowling competition or a biking and you won a trophy, that's awesome.
yeah, but like if you're
But-
if you're playing a sport and you win MVP, that's a great accomplishment, and you do deserve a trophy for that.
Yeah,
If
but
you
don't
win a
deserve-
championship
yeah.
game, you deserve a trophy.
But you
for
don't
that.
deserve a trophy because you showed up, put on a uniform, and gave it your half-ass effort.
No.
You don't. I'm sorry. I mean, like I said, I know these kids nowadays. They expect it.
But
Where's my trophy? Well, you didn't do shit the whole season, but I still get one.
But you know what though? So when I coached my son's football team, we had a great group of parents. I mean, these parents were awesome. They were all about. I mean, we didn't have any that complained when we punished them. We didn't have any that complained about much of anything other than our lack of winning. But towards I can't remember which season it was, but towards the end of one of the seasons, we had a parent that was asking about well, what are we doing for trophies this year? And one of our coaches said, well, what trophies? Do they deserve trophies this year?
If we didn't win, they aren't getting shit.
Because we didn't win anything. And the parent was like, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
And the parents were kind of on board with it. I mean, ultimately they did get trophies, but did they deserve them? No, they didn't deserve them. They didn't
No.
win anything. They didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I mean, they did. Granted, they
gave it their best effort.
They
but this-
worked hard all season long, and that's great, and I applaud them for that. And they should work. You should give 110% no matter
Yeah.
what you do.
Oh, of course.
But they still didn't win anything. They didn't accomplish anything.
Well, and that's a lesson right there, because you're going to go through life and you're going to bust your ass. You're going to sacrifice.
Wait till you get a
blood,
job.
you're
Wait
gonna
till you grow up
yeah.
and get a job. Guess what? You don't get rewarded for
Yeah.
being to work on time.
You're going to sacrifice blood,
No.
blood, sweat, and tears, and guess what? You're still not going to get what you wanted every time.
Exactly.
I mean, there's been plenty of times we've busted our asses for something and we don't get it.
No.
But guess what? We fucking move on. We figure out what we did wrong, or we say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go. I'll try something else."
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you give it plenty of shots, and okay, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
But I gave it my best shot. That's it. You know, I mean, but yeah, I mean, these kids is just they expect too much. I mean, they say, well, I'm breathing, I deserve this, and don't spank me because you're gonna get fucking. I mean, when I was a kid,
The biggest, the
I got punished like I mean, I didn't get beat or anything, but I was also my parents were a military family. I knew okay, I knew to watch my mouth, watch my attitude, and
yeah,
kept me in line.
the one of the funniest things, and it's funny now when I look back on it. Wasn't so funny when it happened. Um, but I remember my mom, she pretty much raised us, for the second half of my childhood, and me and my two sisters. And I remember, my mom was whooping us or whatever, and I can't remember if it was me or one of my sisters said something about, well, I'm gonna call the cops on you for whooping us or whatever. My mom said, go right ahead. Call the cops, and while you're at it, call an ambulance because you're going to need it if you pick that phone up.
Well, and that's the other issue too. These kids nowadays, they go, "We're going to call CPS. We're going to call the cops."
And my mom never beat us. She spanked us, okay, and it was well deserved. Every whooping I ever got in my entire life was more than deserved. I was a shithead. I was terrible.
Well, yeah, but you have these kids in the stores now, and like I was watching some comedian. He goes, I hear these kids screaming and throwing a fit. He goes, I'm just waiting for that parent to punt them across the store, and it never fucking happens. And he goes, I just want to walk up there and smack them myself because these parents are so afraid that. Because that's the other problem. You have people that butt in. If I'm going to spank my kid in the middle of a store, it's none of your fucking business. Now, if I'm sitting there, have him in a fucking chokehold, punch him in the face. Yeah, that's a different story. You need to get involved and help that kid. But if I'm spanking him because he's throwing a fit, stay the fuck out of it.
Stay out.
It's discipline.
Yes.
There's nothing you need to do. Don't call the cops because they're going to show up and thank you for wasting their fucking time.
Exactly.
That's all they're going to do. You're just going to piss them off.
Yep.
And then the kid's going to go home and get an even bigger whooping because they fucking embarrassed the mother.
Yep.
In the middle of the store.
But the thing is, there are a lot of parents out there that do believe in spanking and would like to spank their children, but they're afraid to because they're afraid of the repercussions from doing it, and especially in public, because
oh yeah,
because they're afraid somebody's going to butt in or call the cops or call CPS, because once CPS is involved in your life, it never goes away. They'll be there forever. They've got you on file.
Oh, they'll keep checking in on you.
They'll continue to check on you, and if anybody at all calls about any complaint, regardless of how ridiculous it may sound, you're already in their system,
yeah.
It's going to look 10 times worse. So people do get afraid, and it's not right. It's not right for other people to butt in unless there's some serious abuse going on. But if somebody's just spanking their child, stay the fuck out of it. Mind your own business.
Discipline is not wrong.
Yes.
And that's what, like I said, these kids are going, well, I'm going to go talk to the counselor at school. No. You got your ass spanked because you fucked up and did something wrong.
Dude, we got whooped at school. When I was growing up,
oh yeah,
we got whooped at school.
See, I never got whooped at school. I got in plenty of trouble, but
I got it twice that I can remember. Probably more.
Why doesn't it surprise me?
It shouldn't. It should. Like I said, I was a terrible kid. I was always in trouble. But
Why not? I mean, like I said, but
I learned from everything.
We were being
that
kids,
I did.
though.
Yes.
I mean, there are plenty of times I did stupid shit. I know I probably should have gotten a lot more trouble than I did.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, I didn't do that again.
No.
I was more scared of getting in trouble than, I mean, like I said, if I didn't get in trouble, I was like, well, shit, I'm going to get caught here. I'm not doing this again because it fucking terrified me to have my parents find out.
But that's the thing, though, and that's what I think I touched on it on our first video. The punishment has to be greater than the joy that the child gets from whatever it is that he's doing. If you put the fear in him, he's probably not going to do it.
Yeah, of course.
Or he's going to think twice about doing it, or he's going to try to hide it better.
Well, hopefully he doesn't hide it. Hopefully he just doesn't do it, or they don't do it. Yeah.
But that's the thing. I mean, growing up, it was always, yeah, I really want to do this. I think it's a great idea, but damn, if my mom finds out, I'm getting my ass whooped. I probably shouldn't do this.
Yeah, not a good idea.
I mean,
let me just stop right now.
I mean, there were still times where I was like, I'll take the whooping. It's worth it,
It's too much fun to pass up. Let me go ahead and
break
cases, this window
or
shoot this gun somewhere.
But those cases are few and far between. The majority of the time it was like, and especially the older I got and the more whoopings I've had, it was like, damn, I really ought to think twice about this because I really don't want to get my ass beat, you know.
Yeah.
It, but kids nowadays, I mean, if you can go on any social media site, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, and these kids are just disrespectful to it. I mean, to not just their parents, but just adults in general. I mean, growing up, you wouldn't dare talk to an adult like that because
Oh hell no.
even if they weren't your parent, you're probably getting to get your ass beat by them.
But see, that's the thing. I was a lot of people now aren't raising their kids with you know, respect your parents, respect elders, respect women. I mean, when I was a kid, I was holding the door for women.
Yeah,
I got yelled at for calling a lady ma'am
yeah.
because she was 40 and she thought she didn't deserve to be called ma'am. I was like, I told her, I said, ma'am, I just got back from the service. It's the thing called respect. I'm sorry you don't like that, but that's what I'm going to call you.
Yeah.
I mean, people. I mean, there were women in the military, in their, 18, 19, 20. I was calling ma'am.
Yeah.
So when I got out, hey, you're 40, you're a ma'am.
Yeah.
If you're a man, you're a sir.
I mean, it's better
It's
than
just
going around being like, you know,
What's up, ho?
hey bitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
I mean,
it's just annoying. I'm like, how, I'm trying to show you some respect. I'm not like, hey, lady, no, how can I help you, ma'am? That's exactly what I said. She goes, excuse me. I said, what did I? I'm like, I'm sorry, what's wrong? You called me ma'am. I'm only 40.
well, next time you can hold your own damn door, ma'am.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I said, these kids nowadays, they talk to elders. They don't. I've saw pictures where like these elderly women are standing up on the bus, and these kids are sitting on the seats. Back in the day, I mean, if that were me, I would have stood up, ma'am, take a seat.
You talking about on a school bus?
No, like on regular buses,
Oh,
like city buses and stuff. I've seen pictures where women are standing up, pregnant women are standing up, and these kids are just lining up in the seats, or people are laying down. Get your fucking ass up. Give that pregnant woman or that old person that seat.
yeah,
They've been through hell.
yeah.
And
It's crazy,
these
man.
fucking kids just make me mad nowadays.
But it all, it all comes down to the parenting. Not maybe not all of it, maybe not 100%.
Well, not 100%,
but
it's
I'd
like,
say about 90%.
well, it is
of
a social media too. They see these other kids out there. It's these songs they hear. A lot of these songs nowadays is all about shaking your ass, freaking. Like it's like they're promoting being hoes and being freaking gangsters. That shit's. That's not. First of all, you're not a fucking gangster. You're a piece of shit. Talking about drugs and money and fucking women. It's like that.
Well,
you're not doing anything good.
Well, what's crazy though is that nowadays, especially like in the music scene and all of this gangster crap, whatever the fuck it is, it's cool to be ignorant now. It's cool to not know anything or to
speak proper
or to not
English.
speak properly or all of that shit is cool. It's like, what the fuck happened to our society? Like, why is it cool to be uneducated and to go around talking about bitches and hoes and
Bring back the music of Frank Sinatra. Bring back the old actual the good stuff.
You mean actual music?
Yes, real music. I mean, for Christ's sake, these people nowadays, it's not music anymore. It's auto-tuned bullshit. And all these kids on Nickelodeon.
It's not just...
I sang in the shower, so I'm a fucking star. I know how to sing. Bitch, you can't sing. You sound like shit.
But for me, it's not even so much the voice. A lot of these artists actually have good voices.
But they don't use it to their full potential. They ruin it.
It's the content for me.
Yeah,
it's like you're singing about absolute, or not, I shouldn't say singing, but you're mumbling or rapping or whatever the fuck you're doing about nonsense, about absolutely nothing.
I mean, look at what's his name, Justin Bieber, when he was 14, 15, singing songs about love and girl. You don't know what the fuck love is. Come on, man.
But it sells.
That's the sad part. It sells, and that's the shit our kids are listening to.
You've got some young teenage boy singing about puppy love and all this other crap, and that's been going on for decades. Fucking Donny Osmond. Look at Donny Osmond from way back in the day. That's all he fucking sang about.
Yeah, but
Michael Jackson.
But a lot of these songs now, they have like a little chorus, and then it's just repeating words and words and words all over again. Yeah. It just sounds like shit.
But I'm talking more of like the...
Bring back the AC/DCs, Led Zeppelin, the real fucking music. I mean, I got made fun of in school for listening to that shit.
That's what I grew up on, man.
I still listen to it.
I grew up on classic rock and country. That's what I grew up on. And no, I'm not a hick.
Well...
But that's...
I know.
But that's what I grew up on. I mean...
Oh, I know. Yeah.
But I think part of the problem too, though, is that these kids nowadays, we're coming into an age now where the parents grew up listening to rap and just, I mean, not necessarily
it's a
rap,
norm for
and not
them.
all rap is garbage either. I mean, I like
The old school rap was great.
I like old school rap, but I'm saying a lot of the crap that's out nowadays is just garbage, and it's not just rap. There's a lot of, I don't even listen to
Most music nowadays is garbage.
yeah, I don't care what genre it is. I don't listen to modern rock music because it's not rock music. I don't listen to modern country music because it's not fucking
It all
country.
sounds the same.
It all sounds the same, and it's all garbage to me.
Yeah.
But
Well, bottom line is, like I said, we're running out of time.
quit letting your kids be pussies.
Yeah, don't be pussies. Toughen up. Teach these kids how to get outside. Fucking go take them camping, take them fishing, and make them row the damn canoe. Do something. Just get them outside. And I mean, like I said, I'm guilty of it. I got to take my kid out and do more stuff. I really do. You know, he was in scouts for a while, but we just ran out of time for that kind of stuff. We're super busy, but
Yeah.
at least I'm trying.
Let them grow up. Let
Yeah.
them.
Let them skin their knee. Let them break some bones. I mean, it's stories for the future, and it toughens them up.
Yep. You'll
And
thank
that's
us
it.
later.
Yeah. Well, maybe
I don't know.
if you leave comments.
Yeah. Thank is a strong word.
Yeah. You'll think of us.
You'll think of us later. But anyways, yeah, that's about it for today. Don't forget to go hit the subscribe button, thumbs up. Check out our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that crap.
Hit the notification bell so that way every Monday when we come out, you guys get notified of our new episode.
Yep.
Every Monday morning around 7 o'clock, it should be up to view.
Yep. Check it out.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.